Hi everyone. I just want to make a little video and cover a couple things. First, I want to talk a little bit about navigating Canvas or do a little review. And also I want to maybe clarify and go over the literacy narrative again because I know I've had a couple questions asking for further explanation. So right here I'm on our landing page of English 101. And as you see over here is a to-do list. Now, I have several students who I have realized are going straight to this to-do list and only using that as their navigation tool through Canvas. And that sets students up for some problems along the way. So this to-do list, it's a good reminder, but you can't only rely on that. I really want to invite you to go over to the modules over here, because if you only do the to-do list, you're going to miss a lot of the scaffolding, a lot of the support material that I'm providing to help you accomplish that to-do list. And if you go over in the modules, then you will come across all of the readings, all of the handouts and things that I am sharing. Okay, that's the first thing. So second, let's get into literacy narrative, personal essay. And in the very simplest terms, please, if you have questions, watch the video again explaining it and read over the assignment. I always have to, for my own work, read over these kind of things several times before I understand them. But at the very simplest basic level, we're writing a personal essay. And a personal essay involves two things, a story and reflection on that story. Okay, the story, since this is a literacy narrative essay, the story has to be a memory, one of our personal memories that has to do with reading or writing, either where you're engaging in reading and writing, somebody else is reading to you, or something that has to do with reading and writing, okay? And we are going to write that story out, and we're going to write this essay. Keep this in mind. We're writing this essay for an audience. We're not just writing it for ourselves, for our journals. We're not writing it just for your professor. We're writing it for an audience. And that really influences the ways we're going to write this. So let's think of this audience. And let's imagine this audience is going to be fellow students in English 101. In fact, maybe we can imagine our audience would be fellow students, maybe ASU students or Grand Canyon students who are taking an English 101 class, and we are writing our literacy narrative for that audience, okay? And so we are going to first write a story of one of our memories and it doesn't have to be a big explosive memory of this big aha moment. It can just be something simple, a favorite book, an experience of somebody reading to you, or a mentor, a moment when a teacher helped you, or it can be something, more negative, a failed spelling bee, or something like that, some memory that we have, and we're going to write that out in full detail. We're just going to write it out as a scene, as if we're writing a fictional story. And we're going to describe the setting so our reader can imagine our setting in their mind, and we're going to describe the people and the action and all of that, and maybe how we felt in that moment. But then we're going to add how we feel about that memory now, from our now narrator, from who we are today, looking back at that moment. This is the reflection, how we reflect on that moment and think back on it. And so that's going to be this essay. It is, and it does an important job because it's important to examine, whenever we're in a learning experience, to examine where we stand right now and what's influencing us from our past and our attitudes and our perceptions and our confidence right now before we can move forward. So this is due in week 6, so another few weeks. Next week, some of the things we're going to be working on this week is continuing to develop ideas and narrow in on a story that we're going to focus on and kind of look at the complexity of that story. Then next week, we're going to be looking at examples of other literacy narratives, and also examining more on how to write stories in good concrete detail, and also how to write reflections. Then in week 5, we will be doing some peer review, some peer support and collaboration. And finally, week 6 is when it's due on the 29th, okay? I hope that helps clarify anything. If you have any questions on specifics, please let me know. Okay, or come visit me Wednesday afternoons between 1 and 3 on Zoom. I'm already signed in. I'm sitting there waiting, working on my computer if anyone wants to drop in, or any other time that works best for you. Okay, bye-bye.